everyone. How you doing? Welcome to the show. As you can see, I'm emotional. Oh, Lord. It's not an act. It's real life. Some very emotional stuff. So, they can't kill the truth. That's the new added piece of the documentary. I've already done the documentary, but my channel is shadow banned. Can't get nothing out. So the new documentary title is They Can't Kill the Truth. What happened to that boy? Episode 1. Deflection. This is what's been going on, people. I've been at war with Khalil Money for 10 years. Never thought he would be the one I'm going to have to go to war with. But that's the one I had to go to war with because he's been out here deflecting since the beginning of this arm. Now, let me show y'all a quick little picture because he put up a post on this, what you call it, on his Facebook wall. He likes to talk. That's the thing that's going to take him out because he's prideful. He's a tourist. He like to talk. He like to brag. He like his braggadocious stuff because he did stuff in this world that the United States government allowed him to brag about. Right? So we're going to get with this. Here come the picture right now. And I'm going to move slow. I'm not going to get emotional and do nothing I ain't got no business doing because this is a job. This is an act. This is everything that they've been doing forever. Right? So I have to do this very professional. So I'm going to start with this picture first. You see that? Deflection. Never that. Deflection. Never that. I'm on YouTube right now. Sorry about that. So, you don't got or lead astray my conversation. So who is he talking to? Who is talking about deflections? He's talking to me. So he said, you don't guide or lead astray my conversation. What is his conversation? He's a sexual identity extremist. And his only conversation is homosexuality, homosexuality, homosexuality. This is something I learned because you learn the patterns of the people you argue and fight with all the time. And notice I said we've been fighting for 10 years. And he's been running and deflecting all those 10 years because he's not a man. He probably never learned. Well, I'm going to say he never learned from actions, his actions. See, you do stuff and you learn from it if it's good or bad. Don't touch that stove. Why? It's hot. I don't believe it's hot. Touch it. Oh, it's hot. You learn from it. This is how I learn, people. I'm a very elementary person. I'm simple, but anything I say or do is very significant to life because I done learned life, because I done lived through all kind of stuff. That's why you heard me get emotional when I started this conversation. So he said, say the shit for your next queen. Because he want me to say something about the queen or whatever. I done learned my enemy. He's deflecting from the conversation that I'm talking about. Now, I started this conversation a couple days ago. And when I started this conversation, this was his response, and I knew I had wounded him when he said this. Listen.
Also, a little bit about this idea that I am afraid to step to Israel doctrine in a one-on-one, mano-a-mano debate. I want to talk about that for a few minutes. You see, when you want somebody to debate you, there is a level of respect and decorum that must take place between the two combatants.
Now, remember, we've been warned for 10 years. So there's a level of respect and stuff that got to come. Have I gained this respect? Yes. But let's keep listening. And if you hear inflections in my voice and stuff, know that it is real. This is not an act. This is real life that y'all hearing at the drop of a dime. It's real life. Let's listen.
The nigga is still butthurt that I once said, if I debate anybody on YouTube, you will be the first I debate. I said that to Israel Doctrine. But what I really meant when I said it was a blow off. I blew the nigga off. Because the question came out of left field when I was rocking with homeboy.
See, he blew me off, which is homosexual conversation. I told y'all, he is a sexual identity extremist. And his conversation is nothing but sexual, homosexual stuff. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know what else to say. Do y'all hear it? Or do y'all know what I'm talking about? I'm live on YouTube. I'll call you back. I effed up. One back. Let's keep dealing. We got to keep listening.
We were on the same team, and we know that when you're on the same team, you don't debate each other.
Who says that? My brothers and sisters say the same thing. Let's get on YouTube and talk. That's the family stuff. Well, what if the people hear me disagree with you? Do y'all know that the Europeans do it? What you think when Donald Trump had a roast and they was talking bad about him? Because the truth shouldn't hurt. If you say something truthful about me, I need to reflect on it and I need to grow because I learn by actions. But if me and you don't have no conversation, I can't learn. I can't learn who you are. You can't learn who I am. You don't see the fire in me and I don't see no fire in you. This is how we got to get it in. This is how I learn. That's why I have no problem having a fight with anybody about nothing. Physical, otherwise. Good. Please, I got to stop this because this is Satan. If you on Facebook, you should see this. But see, that's my fight. I'm getting asked because I keep getting calls and this and that. I'm live on YouTube. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'm sorry. I get emotional and stuff, and y'all do. I don't even have to explain. I'm live on YouTube. This is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. See, I'm learning. I made a phone call before I did the show, not realizing I was about to do the show. And this is what didn't happen. This is real world stuff. This ain't no made up stuff. I'm telling y'all, I'm real. I'm as real as they ever get. But let me get back to the conversation. We're going to play the audio to get me back in the conversation.
That leads to nothing but bad blood. And so when he hit me with a curveball, asking for a debate about homosexuality, I said simply, if I debate anybody about it, you'll be the first.
Now, as the man, you keep your word. He told me I'll be the first. I won the first. I ain't never debating about homosexuality, among us. But this is what this is all about because he's a sexual identity extremist and he made Africa Bambaataa gay from the jump. Say he was gay and that he date raped the boy. Even if he was gay and he date raped the boy, that is child abuse. If he was gay, he date raped the boy. He was bisexual, he date raped the boy. It comes to the end, he abused the child. That's what it was all about. And I felt it in my bones. That's why I called him out on it. We could have been killed that. But when I hit him upside the head, he been listening to me and the queen go back and forth like crazy. And she pulled my whole card. He liked the debate. You want to mess him up, ask him to debate, and I bet you his mind gonna go, woo, it's gonna go all around the world. So now you're trying to offer me a debate. Something we supposed to did 10 years ago. Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Khalil Amani, Professor Khalil Amani. Let me give you your lion props so the people can understand what I'm doing and what I done. Because he done tried to counter my intelligence. And that's why he been messing with me for 10 years, keeping me from thinking. I done had a stroke. My mind ain't what it used to be. But if you work it long enough, it'll come back. And I worked this brain muscle like crazy. He done tried to frustrate me and everything. Deflecting is all he done did for 10 years. So let's listen a little bit more.
I didn't mean it. It was simply a pleasant way of saying, hell no, nigga. You mind?
So that's enough. Y'all got the context, right? So now, let me show you. I came up with the term sexual identity extremist a long time ago. He stole it from me. Let's listen. Play. I don't know what's going on with these videos.
Hassan Campbell, profiling a sexual identity extremist, part 1 by Khalil Amani. You ever met someone who classically throws rocks and hides their hands? The kid on the playground who instigates a fight between two other kids who clearly don't want to fight by stepping between them and saying, "Baddest man hit my hand." And then one of the kids hits the instigator's hand, and then the instigator hits the other kid and says, "There, he just hit you." And the fight's on.
So can you hear the inflection in his voice? The fight's on. And he's snaggerpuss. Y'all old schoolers who used to watch those cartoons, I don't even know the name of the cartoon, but they had a guy named Snaggerpuss, a pink pimp. Exit stage left. Why? Because he's an actor. And he's a sexual identity actor for the LGBTQIA plus. He get LGBTQIA plus money, I believe. Now that's an allegation, that's a belief. I can't prove it, but that's what I believe. Through my 10 years of arguing and fighting with my enemy, I learned something about it. But let's just keep listening a little bit.
There are people in this world that instigate fights, wars, revolutions, and coup d'etats.
Coup d'etats? Who talking about coup d'etats? Because that's what happened to the Universal Zulu Nation. A coup d'etat happened. Why do you think Bambaataa dead? They done got him up out of here. Because they figure if they get him up out of here, Carl Albert gonna shut his mouth. No, Carl Albert's not gonna shut his mouth. I'm a dark empath, and y'all been effing with me, and I feel like effing back. Go study what a dark empath is. It's someone that's gonna fight back. That I've been known that was my nature. I've been known that was my nature. I didn't need no shaman or nothing to tell me that. Know thyself. I know myself more than I know anything about anybody. That clone that I just played, Nas, and when I say clone, let me explain it to y'all, because I know y'all think that's a Tupac clone. Tupac got a tattoo on his belly, Nas we got a tattoo on his belly. Tupac got tattoos, Nas got tattoos. Tupac thug life, Nas want to be thug life, but he couldn't take thug life from Tupac because Tupac had put it in the mind of the people. He died for it. So when I say he a clone, it's respectful. I love Nas, but he ain't no Tupac. Now let's get back to this, because I am a hip hop enthusiast.
People who are shit starters, rebel rousers, and agent provocateurs.
That's what he is. Provocateurs. I can't do this. The LGBT. I can't do the term. I can't do that. I'm just a country boy from Arkansas. Saw this speak like a country boy from Arkansas. I can't do that. I can't inflect my voice like that. I didn't go to music class and all of this stuff and the drama and the arts and all this stuff to learn that. That's what Masons do. That's what the and Ra squad do. That's what conscious community people do. They actors, and they've been putting a play on for y'all, and no one has figured it out but me, because I've been arguing and fighting and wrestling with this thing for 10 years. I done had a stroke because of this thing and everything else. I done gave my life to this. So I can say, damn what that nigga say. Because I see it now. The same way I had a problem in Hebrew Israelite, and I prayed to the Lord, show me, Lord. And he showed me. So when you ask where the Lord God of Israel is, you may not never see him because you're not in the spirit. You got to be in the spirit to communicate with the spirit. So the other day, I was asking how to deal with this because I wanted to deal with it. I said, you got to put Marcy Hamilton in this. But you cannot put Marcy Hamilton in this wrong. So I had to look at it. Because I saw Marcy Hamilton, Dave Wedge, and Ed Opperman an email. See, my actions gonna take me where I need to go. So when I went back the other day and I looked at that email, like I said, when I told Layla Wheels about her son taking that picture to murder that boy, she didn't care about it. When I told Troy Star Terrain, he didn't care about it. I told Khalil the money, he acted like he cared about it. He didn't care about it. He said, damn, I'm running with the nigga I need to take out. I got to take this nigga ass out because he see and know too much. That's why he's been an agent provocateur for 10 years. Say he ain't never said nothing bad about me. He's a lie. Nigga, you talked about my mama. I talked about your mama. We done played the dozens for 10 years, talking about stuff that don't matter because this thing has never started out right. Because he started off with gay and date rape, not child abuse. Now, the government that paid money for him to go to college and get a writing degree and stuff, he done wrote 6 books and everything else. He's supposed to be a professional nigga. I'm a high school dropout. So he's supposed to beat me upside my head. But ask any of these so-called college niggas in the conscious community and everywhere. I ain't no high school dropout ignorant nigga. I tell you, like I told him when I first came, I'm the most intelligent nigga out here. That's called pride, people. I have a big case of pride. That's why I had a stroke. You can say, nah, because you ain't in the spirit. The Lord was trying to humble me. I was going places because I wasn't afraid. I told them I'm finna come to New York City. They said, no, Carl, don't you come up here. Because they could tell what was in my spirit. I hadn't had a stroke. I was ready. They said, no, Carl, don't you come up here. But when it was time to debate, I went to Atlanta. Suffered a lot. Paid my money. They only gave me money to get back because I was supposed to go. I was supposed to get $100 from Right Angle and all them people down there. They didn't give me my money and everything. They effed me over. I suffered through that. I'm going to bring y'all to Dr. Mayat. Paperwork that I put on the screen. That I had fellow servant reading, because fellow servant, a brother from Atlanta, who's a fellow servant, was reading for me. And I'm going to show y'all in that debate what I said and everything, because I've been told the conscious community who I was and show them who I was. Let me give you some water. Give me 1 second. Please don't leave. I know y'all might leave. But I can get this water so I can throw them water. Oh, this ain't stage, people. This is real life. I don't have no reason to play games with grown-ups. That's why I tell you, I don't make threats to people. I don't do certain stuff. You know why? Because if I say it, I'm going to have to do it. I don't need street codes and stuff on some death before dishonor and all that stuff. That's in me already. So now my dope pretty good. Let's keep going. Right? So we're going to leave that alone. Now, listen to this. In that same video where he was talking about the debate thing, because he did that after I did my show. Listen to this.
Inside the inmate, the Arkansas YouTuber.
See the inflection? The YouTuber. That's homosexual because he's a sexual identity extremist.
By Khalil Amani.
We're going to skip that. We don't need to hear the old school stuff. But he's calling me an inmate. Why is he calling me an inmate? Because he's cycling the wheels up. He overcame her intelligence. Everybody that ever listened to this guy, he is a government informant that is a spiritual advisor to the same gender-loving LGBTQIA people, the culture that y'all trapped in. And he is the spiritual advisor of them all. He's a witch for the LGBTQIA+. And he didn't put his spell over y'all. He got y'all all out here in his culture. I seen it. He had to chase up behind me for 10 years talking crazy and stuff because I'm the only ministering force in the world, not just you two, in the world that would deal with this. No comedic science nigga would deal with this. No more science. None of these people would deal with this. This Israelite Christian got out here and cracked heads of everybody and put everybody on notice that I ain't gonna deal with this. Well, you ain't got nothing to do with it. Use a lie. Let the wheels reach past the internet. Lied on me just like this man did and pulled me into this. And I'm the gatekeeper of this. He the one said I was the gatekeeper because I put the narrative in perspective in the beginning. I told you Runner Savage was the first one to come out. Hassan Campbell was out here making himself to be the first one to come out. Ron Savage wrote that book. He didn't put Bambaataa name in that book. But when stuff went down, that's what came out. Now, you can look at the date of the book and see if he came out before her son Camel. Because 2015 is when her son Camel got drunk, got in that car, and started talking crazy about Bambaataa doing something to him. But see, you got remember all this. And only if you've been here in the beginning do you remember all that. I straightened that narrative out. Because her son Camel was deflecting and lying and stuff in the beginning. Troy Star Terrain was deflecting and lying and stuff in the beginning. He won the first. Khalil Money and DJ K. Slade was the first. Khalil Money wasn't telling you that DJ K. Slade was the one feeding them all that information at first. He told his friend that he didn't want to debate. That DJ K. Slade is the one that hit him with all that information. And his friend went and told the world, yeah, I'm a whistleblower, a proud whistleblower. When you speak about me, use the terminology right. Now, I'm just building up the conversation. I don't even know if I'm going to do 2-3 hours. I don't know what I'm going to do. Because once again, like I said, this is not vanity for me. This is work for me. This is my life that I'm putting out in audio right here. I ain't doing the vanity thing. I'm not showing myself. I'm speaking. And anything you want to hear, and I'm putting out a record because the stenographer got to take the record. When Khalil the Money hear this, he got to respond to it. He got to respond to it. Right? So let's keep listening.
With some benefits and medical and life insurance, because I'm liable to get sick and die any year now. But hopefully and prayerfully not. Being 1 year shy of 70, a score is 20 years. I'm trying to live a long and healthy life. Yes, I'm a YouTuber, but I mostly do this for shits and giggles and to document my life in words and deeds, but mostly for posterity's, future generations' sake. It's such a sad and pathetic sight seeing the Arkansas YouTuber begging in these YouTube streets to be taken care of. Just sad and pathetic. Even though the book he holds so sacred, the Bible talks about a man working by the sweat of his brow, and that if any does not work, neither should he eat. Clear violations that teach us that we should work and not be fucking beggars. But instead of following the Bible's edict to work, the Arkansas YouTuber would tell us, ain't no shame in my game, and beg the YouTube community for money to take care of his food and shelter when he travels and shit like that.
See, that's that spiritual advisor. He was an ex-Hebrew Israelite whose wife got did up by Yahweh ben Yahweh. And then he said Yahweh ben Yahweh was going to sexually abuse his daughter. That's why he wasn't told on him. But that was a lie. He was out here selling drugs and having orgies with people with the drugs and robbing people. That's criminal activity to me. That sounds like that street activity. But he tried to say, I was like you. I'm a normal American citizen. No, you a criminal. You out here moving drugs, having sexual relationships with women because you got the drugs. We all know back in the day you could sleep with a crackhead for nothing. And if you got the crack, you could most definitely sleep with her. Blah, blah, blah and stuff. That's what he did. Never got caught for it though. He went told on Yahweh ben Yahweh before he got caught. Now you tell me what that is. I ain't gonna insinuate nothing. I'ma just tell you the evidence. You believe what you want to believe or whatever you want to do. If he lied to you and you buy this same gender loving, sexual identity extremists lie, that's on you. Because you're not in the spirit and you don't know how to discern. Because you ain't got the spirit of discernment. But you can see he talking about me, a servant of God. What did Jesus tell that man? The poor you will always have with you. But then he tried to assassinate my character, saying no worker. You know another reason I had the stroke? Because I was working at Hayes in Wynne, Arkansas. A European woman she was a manager. She was dogging and talking crazy to me. My buddy told me, don't show her that you were parking there. Because he knew how I got down. Because before I went and worked at Hayes, I was in West Memphis working. And me and the manager wasn't the best of friends. He rolled the thing over my foot and I almost hurt that man. Because I work. I'm a man that believes in certain principles. I'm old school. My father was old school. My mother was old school. I don't know nothing but old school stuff. We never had cable and certain stuff that other people have because though they was poor, they one thing people going out blind doing stuff. They was older people. They was mature. They was seasoned. That's who I am. That's who I was raised by. That's why I am what I am. Thank you for giving me them parents, Lord. So now we're going to leave that alone. Here you go, talking about me some more. I just want to deal with the conversation that he had because he deflected. So I'm dealing with the deflections. We're going to listen to his conversation tomorrow. We might listen to it today. I don't know. Like I said, this stuff it's live. It's not made up. It's not with a pen and pad and all that. That's what he do. He's a writer. He know how to write elaborate lies to get y'all to believe him because he spiritually advised y'all. He's in tune with the wicked word. Y'all in tune with it too, and he gonna get y'all in tune with it because y'all not a so that debate thing, you see how it works. How can two walk together except they agree? I never agree with homosexuality. Him being a so-called spiritual advisor, he should have known soon I asked him about debating homosexuality that we couldn't walk together. I should have known, but I wasn't in the spirit the way I am now. I thought I was. I was lying and fooling myself. I wasn't all the way in. I was too proud.
Israel doctrine totally removed from reality by Khalil Amani. Golly jeepers and gee whiz. I must really be killing Israel Doctrine, aka the Arkansas YouTuber. I got this nigga heated, tight-jawed, searching his archives, replaying old audio of me like a scorned lover, rereading old love letters and trying to convince his homies.
You see that? Love letters. He talking about me as if I'm his girlfriend. He's a sexual identity extremist. No matter what's going on, he gonna go back to the sexual stuff because he's a spiritual advisor to those that are sexual identity extremists too. They have problem with their sexual identity. I'm a boy, I'm a girl, I'm a girl, I'm a boy. They don't know what they are. It's only two genders in the world, male and female. But a spiritual advisor to the people that confuse, because it's all about confusion, plays on the confusion and get them more confused. That's why this culture that he and DJ K. Slay put y'all in has confused y'all for 10 years. It confused me too. I'm not speaking bad about you. I was confused too. Because I wasn't in the spirit. You got to be in the spirit of the Lord God of Israel to deal with it. In that video, he's talking about the queen, and the queen keep talking about spiritual warfare. Why? Because the queen said she was lesbian. I never jumped on her about it. But how can two people walk together unless they agree? That's why the queen ain't over here. Because I've never agreed with her and she never wanted to agree with me. We can't walk together. The Bible tells you that. I believe the Bible. I didn't know it to be true. So I got her away from me. Because my base stuff will get those type of people away from me. We got to argue and fight. And if you can't argue and fight, she's the best to do it. She's the only one that would do it, argue and fight with me. That's why I loved her so much on this. And we was making the best shows. People weren't watching them, but we was arguing and fighting like cats and dogs. Because we never agreed. They want to say, well, he never helped her with her child. Let me tell y'all something. When they came out here with this Bambaataa stuff, they say, help us with this basically pederasty stuff that's going on in the hip-hop culture. I was in the conscious community. They brought her son Cameron into the conscious community, and I started working. My actions speak louder than my words. I started working and trying to do a righteous thing to help in a righteous cause. That sister never asked me none of that. They asked me that, and that's how I got involved. Nobody else asked me nothing because I told them, don't ask me nothing. Don't bring me no other child. Don't bring me this. Don't bring me nothing. Don't say nothing to me. This is my life. This is all I'm doing. This is everything to me. I don't know nothing else. As the people say in the streets, I'm locked in. I was locked in. And that's how I came to this revelation, by being locked in. Well, he don't change his clothes, baby. I'm like a drug dealer. Tell me what drug dealer you know go home and change his clothes. He just lost $200-300 in the street because he just lost so many customers that just left. I ain't got time to be changing clothes and all that. That's what a light and a deceitful person and a distracted person do. They're distracted. They're trying to get you distracted, go to work, come home and make videos, do this and do that. But I'm all good because I'm not locked in. Come on, quit playing with me. That's what they did for 10 years. He thought he was out smarting me. But he should have known what I was doing, because when he was speaking to me in private, I was recording the phone calls. And I told him that. And that's why he stayed on me for 10 years, because he know I had cracked the code on him. See, I keep saying I wasn't in the spirit, but I was in the spirit. It's just I was so damn prideful, I didn't understand what was going on. I hadn't been in no war like this. This is spiritual warfare. They had Hebrew Israelites attacking me. They had Christian apologetics. They had predators, everybody and their mama, because I fight with any and everybody. I don't run from nothing. I was so prideful. All of that stuff was taken away from the other stuff. When I was younger, I learned this, though. When I was younger, I used to shoot dice, but I used to collect football cards and stuff, too. And I did a lot of stuff that cost money, and I didn't have all that money. So I had to Prioritize. I'm gonna shoot dice, so I can't get the cards and do this and do that. I can't buy the comic books. I can't do this and that because I need the money for the dice. Well, I want the comic books and stuff. I can't shoot dice. Prioritize. But see, once again, I can tell you about when I learned about it because I've always been active. I've always did what I've done. So I want prioritizing then. Though I said this is my life, this African Bambata thing, taking her son out because he went at my mother and disrespected my deceased mother. That was pride. I'm a very prideful dude. But all the time I was doing that, I had to think about Moses. I had to think about the Bible scripture said, pride comes before destruction. Nigga, I was about to kill my own self. You didn't have to kill me. They didn't have to kill me. Don't kill me. If I never woke up, I got on Facebook, thank the Lord God of Israel. One friend had a stroke. It took his kidney. He on dialysis. Another friend, they buried him this weekend. I had a stroke. All he did was mess up my walk in my left arm. My left side died. But I'm still here fighting my fight. Kicking in people tail that's on the other side. Later Wheels, Troy Start to Rain, Khalil the Money. Why? To get them to repent. I don't mind messing them up. It kind of hurts me to have to do them like this. But because they the opponent, they the other side, they got to get it. That's pride in myself too, right there. Because I'm not going to lose. I refuse to lose. I'm rolling with the Most High. We don't lose. He don't lose. I'm not losing. That's pride though. But that's pride in the Lord God of Israel. Not pride in myself. Anything that's in me, he put it in me. Before they cut me out my mother's womb, it was in me already. Oh, let's keep going.
I once loved him.
I don't know what happened.
Stained computer and did 80 minutes betwixt two blogs on me today to combat and ward off the ass whipping coming his way. Facing 345 days in the pokey jail. And this nigga going crazy. Have you heard his recent fuckery about me, Mr. Witsuck? A very unoriginal tag that he's given me? I'm telling you, reality bites. This nigga is so far removed from reality that it's pathetic. I guess it's becoming my job and duty to reel him in. Not for his sake, but for the sake of those of you following our back and forth banter. I bet Hassan Campbell is over there feeling relieved as fuck that the
Hassan feel relieved because I done took Carl Abbott, the Arkansas YouTuber, and me and him going back and forth. Hassan is free to do what he do. He's out here. He can be a big YouTuber now because him and Carl ain't arguing and fighting no more. I'm arguing and fighting with Carl. Believe me, I felt it when that was happening. That's what made me get off Hassan because I had his algorithm. I had Israel Doctrine Reloaded. They took that, meaning they took the algorithm from me because I was the only one on Hassan Campbell at first. If that channel was still up, wouldn't be no drip to zip, because I was running around here talking about drip, 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 that I'm pulling the water thing and stuff. They created him off of me. Wouldn't be no Charleston White. Wouldn't be none of these people out here clones of me. I ain't that prideful to say that they stole from me. Everything you see on YouTube is because of me. Because I am YouTube. I was YouTube. However you want to say it. Will be YouTube. That's that pride in me, though.
Attention has been taken off him and set upon Khalil Amani.
Having the attention taken off of Hassan Camel and put on Khalil Amani. So when I tell you, when Hassan Camel sat down with Whack 100 and Tekashi 6ix9ine, that Khalil Amani set that up, I can't prove it. That's what I feel, though, in my spirit. When Sarnetta and Whack 100 sat down together, who set that up? Khalil Amani. So when Khalil Amani said somebody set that up, Whack 100 just pops up out of who told Whack 100 that Sarnetta was coming to California to do all that. You don't think Sarnetta and Khalil Amani sit back and talk to each other before he got on the plane and went to California? Sarnetta don't like to fly. What are you doing getting on a plane going to California? Am I lying? And am I lying on you, Sarnetta? Do you like to fly? But you start flying because you ain't went to Africa yet, and you got to get in the plane and go to Africa. You see what I'm saying? All this stuff is going on. I ain't feeling it because I'm in the spirit, but not in the spirit. I'm prideful and everything. I ain't gonna let it go. And while I'm looking at all this, I see what's going on. It's becoming clearer and clearer. It's like playing chess. Because I learned playing chess. If we play long enough, I'm gonna learn who you are, and I'm gonna learn the type of moves you like to move. And you're going to get defeated after a while. I can lose 100 games. The 100 games going to teach me how to defeat you. I got to go lose 100 to learn how to win.
You can thank me later, Hassan Campbell. In the meantime, I'm having fun tearing this nigga, the Arkansas YouTuber's ass from limb to limb.
Tearing my ass? Where's the pause and stuff? I don't use no pause and stuff either, but this is an indicator that he's a sexual identity extremist.
At some point, I'll get tired of writing about the Arkansas YouTuber, but right now, he gives me so much to pick apart. So yeah, we're just having fun.
You're just having fun. You hear all that? You see all the conversation and how you doing all of that? Because what he was doing to me, because he thought I'm ignorant. He doing all kind of stuff. He didn't attack me. Oh, he stalked Layla Wells. He stalked Layla Wells. He was a damn lie. I did to Layla Wells the same thing I'm doing to you and everybody else. You want to fight? Nigga, let's fight. You might whoop my tail the first 2-3 rounds or whatever. I told you I get better with time. Even wine get better with time. I'm like fine wine, baby. In time, I'll be right. That's what I tell the little shorties. Back in the days, I used to tell them, it get better in time. Don't worry about it. Whatever you going through, it get better in time. It's just my pride. I think I got more time than you. You got less time than me. So I'm murdering your legacy while building mine. That's what I believe. And you are what you think. So I am what I am. But these are just little snippets and stuff, people. So now, let's do one more, and then I'm going to get into the Bambaataa stuff.
Did confidential ignorant
sexual identity extremist. He gonna go back to homosexual stuff no matter what it is because he's a spiritual advisor to the homosexual community. He wrote a book for the homosexual community calling people homophobes. He told me I'm a homophobe because I don't bag the LGBTQIA. Well, excuse my French. Fuck it, I'm a homophobe then. If that's the definition, you damn right. I don't bag shit that they do. And ain't afraid to say it. If they put me for a fire squad and say you gonna bag the shit, nigga, pull the trigger because I ain't bagging shit. Because that's the kind of mindset you got to have when you in spiritual war. You gonna kill me for believing this? Kill me then. Same way if I was wicked and I said, you leave that homosexual stuff alone, I'm gonna kill you. You gonna have the mindset, nigga, kill me then, because I ain't gonna leave it alone. That's what's going on here. This is called spiritual warfare. I understand it. That's why I'm who I am, and other people have felt victim to this stuff. They got sermons and witches and stuff and every type of thing in this stuff. The comedic people and all of that stuff. They went killed the animal so they can win. Because he killed animals and stuff. I've been showed you they all was Masons and all this stuff. Shit, I've been fighting against this forever. It's all comedic stuff. That's why I came up with the term Hotep Ultra back in the day. Hotep is comedic stuff. Ultra is MK Ultra, mind controlling stuff. That's why y'all trapped in this culture. Because y'all ain't know y'all was dealing with a spiritual advisor. He don't say that. He said it when he put it on that homosexual. Now, let me see. Let me make the term right because I'm moving too fast. Homophobic book. When he wrote that book, he's a spiritual advisor on them. But he don't say it in public like that. He just work his magic on the ignorant niggas that's gonna sit back and listen to him. That's why when I was talking about all this stuff, soon I got through talking about it, he wanted to debate me. When we was together, he didn't want to debate me because we gonna cause strife and stuff. Nigga, we already got strife. You believe in homosexuality, I don't. Now let's debate it and see who is right and who is wrong. He didn't want to be made right at first. Because he was made right at first, this shit would not be going on at all. I'd have fucked him up in the beginning. His whole shit would have been destroyed. Yet they gave him a child abuse. Polite to argue and fight with. That was another move. Because you can't have a business unless somebody paying you money. Your YouTuber's gonna pay you enough to buy Benz and all of that stuff. See, Sonetta need to be audited. Yeah, Sonetta, you don't want me on your channel? You need to be audited by the American government to see where the hell you getting all that money from. Oh, you hating and this and that. Hell yeah, I'm hating, and I'm telling you I'm hating. When you get to talking, tell me you hating. I could play y'all the video where the nigga had a rat and all that, and he was trying to talk about me and all that. Y'all ain't never seen that type of stuff because I keep my evidence. I'm gonna have the tea when it's time for the tea, the Alice in Wonderland tea party and stuff.
Carl Albert, take down Park in Arkansas by Wheel of Money. If you know anything about the writing process, you've got to be astounded at my clapback. I'm a beast with my pen. You think the Arkansas YouTuber might want to leave a nigga like Khalil Amani alone?
No, I don't want to leave you alone because the more you talk, the more I'm going to learn who you are. And once I learn who you are, I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to have you like Sarnetta. In that polite video that I did, Sarnetta was telling me, you won all that stuff. But when Unseen Soldier and all these people around and stuff, I was tearing stuff up. But remember, I was very prideful back then. That was my downfall. I realized that I'm a hellified, prideful ass. Excuse my, I'm a fucking fool. I know I am. Beast mode ain't shit. Demon mode, all that stuff y'all be talking about, that comes naturally to me. I don't need no chief for this and that. I'm the chief. I'm the head of me. Full autonomy. And if I don't use my mind right, I will destroy myself. The thing is to know that though, understand it. And then it took hella ass whoopings to get me to know and understand it. That's why I can sit up here and say, thank you, Lord, for that stroke and all that other stuff. Because I was a fucking fool heading to my grave.
We'll see. And the beat goes on. And the beat goes on. This guy, the Arkansas YouTuber, must be preparing to finally show us his mean pin game with his latest piece of YouTube fuckery entitled Did Confidential Informant Takes Down DJ K. Slade and Straight Stunting Magazine.
So, do you hear the thought? Did Confidential Informant take down DJ K. Slade and Straight Stunting Magazine? Maybe I didn't write it right. I'm a better speaker than fucking writer. I'm proud to say it because I'm a proud ass nigga that's gonna tell you the fucking truth. I ain't gonna get on here and say I'm the best writer in the world and that ain't the truth. I'm gonna come on here and tell you I can't write. But I got a lot of shit to say, which make YouTube the best platform for me because I can get on here and say a lot of shit. It's all gonna be true. It ain't gonna be fake. It ain't gonna be deflective.
Sick, used in brackets after a copied or quoted word that appears odd or erroneous to show that the word is quoted exactly as it stands in the original. In other words, the Arkansas YouTuber, as usual, fucked up his title using takes instead of take. And I wrote it exactly how he wrote it.
Because he's mimicking me. His thing is this dude pride. If I mess with his pride enough, I defeat him. And if I stayed proud, he would defeat me. That's why I said the Lord God of Israel was working on me. Because if I stayed prideful, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be here today. If I hadn't argued with the queen back in the day and she showed me, all you got to do is say debate. When that nigga said debate, I'd hate that shit. I'd have been right there arguing, fighting, and debating with his ass instead of seeing what I needed to see. A lot of people like, oh shit, that nigga is humble now. I ain't gonna fuck with that nigga because that nigga is dangerous. I've always been dangerous. That once all this shit that I'm saying now is pride. But it's true. I ain't got no reason to lie to you. Now, let's get into the shit. I'm tired of playing all that and showing that he has talked shit about me. He stayed at his mama house and stuff. This is what this shit is all about right here.
When Africa Bear body got stabbed, the next day we went to his house to see who stabbed him, and he gave me a picture of the young man that stabbed him. When I looked at the picture, the dude looked like me as a baby. Like, damn.
He looked like me as a baby. He wasn't no grown-ass man.
He was a young boy. He was a baby.
He was a young boy. He was a baby. Was her son lying then? Or is he lying now? Whatever. See, y'all let them do that spiritual shit to y'all because y'all worship Satan. Y'all wouldn't shot the goddamn firecrackers on the 4th of July and all that. Nigga, I was in the house. I wasn't out there participating in what the world do. It was fuck them fireworks. But that's how they know. They got y'all in Babylon. Everything that goes on is to mess up your spiritual system and to F y'all up. They don't be out here in this world y'all deal with. When I listen to rap, I listen to Tupac. But when Tupac died, I started hearing all this other stuff. That's why I came up with that term the other day. I ain't got no wife, but that nigga wife was my girlfriend. That's D4L, that's Atlanta stuff, which is the second Oakland, where they got bathhouses and all that other stuff. I told you, I used to be a sexual deviant too. I know about that stuff. I never participated in it. I had to learn about it to stay away from it. But let's hear it. This is what it's all about, people.
And I knew from there why he stabbed. Now, Bear never told the reason why the boy stabbed him, but I put 2 and 2 together. That's all I needed. And then sometime later, they called up to Hot 97 and tried to...
Which that is Shot 97. That's Troy Start to Rain YouTube channel. And he called it Shot 97 because Nori them was up there shooting at Hot 97. So he came out here and did a pun and said Shot 97 and stuff.
Story. He said that, you know, he fell asleep and woke up with Bam giving him oral sex with his finger in his behind, and he stabbed him and he stabbed Ahmed. So, you know, throughout some time, I've been going to certain brothers that was down with Zulu that was in position, telling them, yo, we need to pull Bam to the side and check him on some of the, or, you know, on the things that I was hearing about that was still going on, but everybody kept brushing it to the side because they already knew this to be going on with Bam. So eventually, last year when the Million Man March came about, is when it just broke. You know, I let loose and I made the video. So I made the video before Ron Savage actually came out. Everybody thought that Ron Savage came out first.
Now, that is true. He made the video in 2015. But go check the publishing date of that book. Ron Savage wrote that book before he got in that car. Because that's what triggered him. Ron wrote the book and he heard about the molestation and the sexual abuse that Ron went through, and he got drunk and he got in his ass in that car and started telling his stuff. This is how it was laid out in real time. Nobody understand and knew that shit when they was out here deflecting and talking all this other shit. I figured it out when that nigga went talking about my deceased mother. Because the conscious community knew there was an Eric by the name of Basim out here. You don't see Basim no more. He was running them ignorant ass Hebrew Israelites. That nigga never ran me because I've never been an ignorant ass Hebrew Israelite. He went in on my mother. And me and him was into it. And I did the same fucking thing I'm doing to them to that nigga. That's why his ass ain't here. And I expect their ass won't be here after this shit either. Layla Will won't be doing no more motherfucking documentaries in the black community. Because she's going to be shown to be a lying ass woman. And I ain't here to attack her once again. Number one, I know she's not spiritually connected to the source. That's why the spiritual advisor did her the way he did. Because he's the first to call the Rika. Because of what he did to her. He did something to Lady Wheels, called Khalil Money, called a Rico, and tell us all about it and stuff. And Lady Wheels is a woman. It shook her to death. And then she filed that slap against me in Chicago, Illinois, and did all that stuff she did to me. I forgive you. I don't hold no grudges, because if I held grudges, I'd be a dead-ass nigga again, because that's a prideful thing. And I understand the revolution Christ was bringing, to be not of this world, to be above this world and petty-ass niggas. So I ain't no petty-ass nigga, but I'm going to handle my business like a man, because that's what he birthed in this world to do, handle my business. And y'all wrong me, y'all did me wrong, y'all hurt me. Y'all caused me to have a fucking stroke. And everything else y'all did to me. It's hard to forget when you walk every day and you see what's going on. It's like fucking friends. When I see this shit, it does something to me. But let's keep hearing, because this is what it's about, people. Hassan was out here telling us. But Khalil had to get me off of Hassan's ass and let Hassan become a big YouTube.
Well, I came out first, but what happened was when I made the video, certain members of the Zulu Nation reached out to me and told me, like, listen, like Muhammad Islam, for example, he created the Zulu Warriors, and he was employing up to 120 people on security jobs. So he was like, if you do this, you're going to destroy us. And I was a part of them. So I said, you know what? I want it to go away anyway. It's embarrassing. So I'm going to take the video down. Then out of nowhere, Vaughn Savage pops up, and he just got into, got on them, and my video popped up at the same time. The one that I...
Now, you see that? He just told you the chronology of it. Ron Savage popped up. I did the video. Ron Savage popped up. And then after he popped up, my video popped up. Because Hassan wasn't the first one to come out. I don't care how you look at it. Ron wrote that book first, and he popped up on Star first. Then Hassan Campbell came out. You go read articles, that shit probably don't say it like that. I'm the only one that figured that out. Because this shit is very personal with me. But let's keep going.
Down, so somebody actually saved it to their computer. And from there on, it was like, you know what? I guess it was part of God's plan.
It was God's plan, because Carl needed something to get him in the spotlight. This is me in the spotlight. That's why I got on his ass once he went at my mama. Because it was principle. You don't get out here and tell me you want to fucking kill a kid on live YouTube and I hear the shit and I sit back and don't say shit or do shit. That's what all these motherfuckers that's growner than me and should be more responsible than me sit back and did. They heard them say that shit. They didn't heard the audio. They didn't do shit. They said, fuck it. Fuck it. The boy dead. It's nothing to talk about. Y'all hear this song? This is porno music. You know how I know? Because I watch porno like crazy as a little boy. This is porno music. This is his theme music. This Khalil Money, the sexual identity extremist. He's playing music and that's what the read thing about. Whatever that girl from Miami or whatever in that song, boosting ass bitches and that shit. This is what he talking about. This is how you get people. You play it's sound waves and stuff. Voices is sound. It's sound waves. It's alchemy.
Turn the music down. Hey, I'm your host. My name is Mr. Khalil Amani. Isn't it cool that I can change outfits for every video I do? I mean, I could have kept the same, shirt on and the same Miami hat. Some YouTubers, they wear the same clothes like for 3 videos straight, and it's not done in the same day. They wear the same shirt for 3, 4, 5 videos.
That show you he be watching me. He wore that shirt yesterday. He wearing the same shirt that he wore yesterday because he was stalking me. It's easy to prove. Let the bitch ass nigga speak and he'll tell on himself. You can believe him, can't you? You don't want to believe me. Niggas ain't never wanted to believe me. Do you believe what you hear?
Or should I say 3 or 4, 5 days? I changed my shirt like I changed my underwear, even more so. I'm rocking this throwback, Larry Zonka, Miami Dolphins. As you all know, or if you don't know, I'm a 305 Miami player. I'm from the big city. That's where I grew up. That's where I was raised. I'm not some Okie from Muskogee. I'm not some YouTuber from parts unknown like a little town like Parkland, Arkansas, a place you never heard of. I'm a big city nigga.
Y'all done heard of it now. Y'all done heard of it from me. Y'all done heard of it from him. Everybody, because this nigga from Park in Arkansas did what the fuck he had to do. I was created here. The Lord God of Israel got me back in Park in Arkansas with my mama fuck. My daddy yet he created me because he got to recreate me. I can't be in Chicago. That's why I got to go to come back out of this rebirth. And I've been saying I've been born again for a while because I know what born again is. But look at it. It's happening before your eyes. Physically, this shit is happening to me as I'm speaking and living right fucking down. Y'all think the Lord ain't real. Y'all believe in the Lord God of Israel. This type of shit makes me believe. You say that motherfucker went crazy. He believed it. Yeah, all of that. Like I told you, I ain't no line. This ain't no game. I'm in Park in Arkansas. I'm being born again. Where Abbott and Catherine had sex to create me, I'm back. And when I get through with this, I'm going to be back where I was born at, Chicago, Illinois, ready to fight and do whatever the fuck I had to do in Chicago to get my position in life. Because it's mine, and unless I go take it, I can't have it. I understand that. And guess who's in Chicago, Illinois? Layla Wheels. I ain't trying to confront her. I'm just go back up there and I'm going to shine on her ass and everybody that tried to do me wrong. Because it's in me to do so. I'm still a prideful ass nigga. The Lord, he's whooping my ass. I'm learning. Lord, please be don't hit me that hard.
All right. About to get this started. I'm going to turn the music off so we can really hear. So we left off. This is part 3. And again, I'm your host, Mr. Amani. Part 3. And I'm showing you these allhiphop.com articles because I was a writer. I was a staff writer for allhiphop.com.
But he's still the spiritual advisor of the LGBTQIA plus community. But he's writing for allhiphop.com.
Back in 2013, I was writing for allhiphop.com, arguably the most respected hip-hop site on the internet. I was also writing for my main man. Where's the magazine? I put him up. DJ K Slave. Should have had I was writing for allhiphop.com, but I was also writing for my man DJ K Slave for straight stunting. Shout out to my hip hop boss DJ K Slave for putting my name on the cover of the magazine.
Now I understand why I showed y'all the other day. DJ K Slade was friends with this spiritual advisor to the LGBTQIA plus community. You know why? Because he used to traffic kids for the Zulu Nation so Bambaataa can have sex with them. So he has no problem being friends with the LGBTQ. He was in agreement with them. You hear what he say? Well, why we gonna debate and do all this in the friction? Because the shit is there. It's called organic. You deal with me, we dealing with billions of dollars. We deal with you, we dealing with millions. I'm another tax bracket. But they try to tell me I don't know because I ain't got money now. Thank you, Lord, because that will cause you to go to hell too if you got too much money. You got too much and you got too little, you can't pay for nothing. You got too much, you can buy shit you ain't got no business having. I'm content with what I got. I eat every day. I even eat better now. I used to be bigger because I wasn't eating right. But now, shit, I dare to put on some 29 waist pants this morning. I ain't been 29 waist since I was in high school. Couple sizes too big still. They didn't fasten all the way, but they pretty much there. But I don't get too proud of that stuff.
And immortalizing me. This is all before this YouTube thing blew up. I was doing things.
So, how did he blow up on YouTube? Me. The one that asked him to debate. That nigga never say nice stuff. He always say shit to try to piss me off and get me in this fucked up mindset so I can't see what I see today. Remember, things get better in time. And I was highly emotional. I still, my PTSD and all this shit that's in me, that shit was working, man.
So now we're going to go back to turn our attention back to allhiphop.com. We've seen where the Zulu Nation in part 2, the Zulu Nation denied the stabbing. They denied the stabbing. They say Bambaataa went to Jacoby Medical Center to the hospital. He was in there for chest pains. And they say everything checked out just fine. And as I continue to say, that the intelligence that I got was that indeed, and in fact, Bambaataa did go to the hospital for chest pains earlier. But the event of April the 1st, 2013, that was the second time he went to the hospital. This time he goes to the hospital.
See, this is why I love Layla Williams. She gave me the documentary. She didn't make no money off of it. She threatened Sidnell, if you fuck up my money, I'll fuck you up. She tried to fuck me up, but she couldn't fuck me up because I was dealing with the Lord God of Israel. I was rolling with the baddest motherfucker on him. He ain't even on the planet right now, but he probably is on the planet in the sense of, y'all guys everywhere. But I'm rolling with the baddest being in the world. That's how I feel. This is the pride shit kicking in again. But she gave me this. When she took me to court and tried to kill me, but couldn't kill me because I'm rolling with the baddest nigga in the world, the HNIC for real, the head nigga in charge, because I believe he's a nigga. How you gonna defeat me? So now I got the Bambaataa story. I'm the one you need to talk about. She left all this money and all this shit on the table for me. She was mad. She wanted to take my life. She was trying to get me in Cook County, get some Nation of Islam, Black Panthers, or old black niggas to take my life. These demons been trying to take my life away.
Because he is allegedly stabbed by a young Spanish man for giving him some type of date rape drug. And when the Spanish man passes out, Bambaataa gets on his knees and performs oral sex on the man. The man wakes up, grabs a pair of scissors, and begins to slice and dice and poke at Bambaataa.
That is Troy Star Terrain story, people. That's not his story. See, they amalgamated. Him and DJ K. Slay was bringing homosexuality into hip hop. And when K. Slay died, he went and got a buddy named Troy Star Terrain. Old school ass disco niggas trying to get hip hop back to that YMCA shit. Because we all young peoples. I used to hate it the YMCA. We all used to sing that shit. I don't know if y'all did, but I did. I was up under the control of them niggas at the time and shit, the songs and everything. Yeah.
And then his longtime friend and manager, Ahmed Henderson, hears the ruckus, comes into the room, and he gets a little bit of slicing and dicing and poking. And they both go to the hospital to get stitched up. Superficial wounds, no major arteries were hit, no punctured lungs or punctured heart, nothing like that, just superficial pokes. Require maybe a few stitches, maybe even a simple butterfly band-aid, little patch, and away Bambaataa goes. And 3 days later, he's performing at Radio City Music Hall, even though he probably is on some pain meds, maybe some ibuprofen, maybe he's on some stuff for infection, some pills for infection in case the scissors or knife had some kind of nasty bugs when it went inside him. You never know. But he went on about his business. And so the lie that Ahmed Henderson and Mickey Benson would say is that how could he have gotten stabbed and 3 days later he was in Radio City Music Hall performing. The same way Tupac Shakur gets shot in the head and a day later he's walking out the hospital giving middle fingers to the media. The same way. Now let's get to that third article. If I can just get this stupid thing off my 1 second here. I don't know what this is, but it's got to go. You got to go. These damn pop-ups. All right, now I got to go back in. These damn pop-ups. I might have lost everything I just did. Jesus Christ, I think I just did. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Go to Google. My glasses on. I had a pop-up. And it made me lose my thing. But I can get it back. I know exactly where it's at. Yeah. So that's the justification from the Zulu Nation that there's no way he could have been stabbed because 3 days later he was at Radio City Music Hall. Yeah. He was at Radio City Music Hall performing. How could a man who was stabbed be performing 3 days later? Well, as I said in part 2, Bambaataa could have cleared up the issue by showing us his chest and his back with the newspaper corresponding to that time. And we would have seen that he didn't get stabbed. But they weren't going to do that. No, they weren't gonna do that. That's too much. They weren't gonna do that. Because they would have been shown to be liars if they would have had their body take his shirt off of the cameras. So now we're going to get to the Zulu Nation and their official statement.
That's it, people. That's it. We can do the hour show. I don't want to run it on too long. I got so much shit, man. We can do this for days. I do have accent. I played Mastermind in the beginning. As soon as I cut this off, we'll cut that song out so I can get stuff. And number 2 people here now, meaning more people gonna come. Just gotta bubble up. Remember the statement that I've been using. It get great later. See how great I am now? It's later. So with that said, I'm gonna say peace. Leave comments at the bottom. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all would like to hear, because it's a daily operation for me. I've been doing this for 10 years, daily operation. I'm just not trying to mess up my patient. With that said, I'm going to say peace. Love y'all. I'm out.